Let us deep dive more into Power Query. So suppose if I want to group the data, for example, you have like ship mode, or you have the segments. Let us concentrate on segments. So you have three segments here. Suppose I want to group the data based on the segments. So I can group this, but it is not recommended to change your fact table or your master table. So for that, I need a copy of this. So if I want to have a group of this segment based on the sales amount, like I want to check what is the like total sales on the segment consumer, total sales on the segment corporate. You can do that, but I don't want to disturb this master table. So I'll create a copy of this. So right click on this. Here you have a copy or you have a duplicate. So let me click a duplicate here. So once I click on duplicate here, the same table or same queries that will be copied here. You can see you had all the columns here with same column headers, column types, everything. But I want only segment column. So I'll click on segment column and I want the total sales or sales amount. So once I click on segment, I'll press a control and I'll click on the sales amount here. So I want only these two columns and I don't want all other columns. So in the home tab, you have an option here called remove columns. You can see here remove columns. So you got two options. So if I click on remove column, whatever columns I have selected that will be removed. But if I click on remove other columns, except those two columns, all columns will be deleted. You can do from here also, or you have an option, right click on this, you get a same option, remove other columns. So if I click on remove other columns, you can see that all columns have been deleted and only two columns are remained, that is segment and sale. Now I want to have a group data for segment and sales. So you click like on which column you want to make a group. So click on that column. Here you have a group by that will group the data based on the values in that column. You can see that grouped in the transform tab also. You can see the group here. So to have a fast and quick access, you can use from the home tab. So let me click on group. So it will uh, show a new window popped up and it will show you like, do you want to group based on the segment? Yeah, basic and advanced. There are two options. We will see that explore advanced after 2 3 minutes. Yeah, I want to group by segment. And what will be your new column name? So I'll just say it is total sales, total sales by, you can say total sales by segment. Okay, you can give a new name and you can rename that at any time. So what operation you want to perform? I mean, what aggregations you want to perform? I want the sum of the segments. So I'll just click on sum and which column you want to perform this operation. I want to perform on the sales operation. Let me click on OK. So you can see that consumer is making this much sale, corporate is making this much sale, home office is making this much sale. So with few clicks, I have used group by and perform the operation. So this is how you can smartly group the data. So let us remove all this, remove this also, and remove this also. So you got your orders table. Now let me group data by not only the segment but by the category also, and not only by sales with the quantity sold also. So without removing the columns also I can do that. So let me go to group by. So it will ask you what you want to group by. So you will show you all the columns. This will give you a lot of confusion, but you can do that. Or if you want, like if you're thinking like I want to apply group by on only four columns, so that are your segment, that are your category, control, and your sale and your quantity. You select all that and remove other columns. This also works. Now I got 4 columns. I'll use group by from this. Click on this column, click on group by. So here you have a group by. Then go to advanced now, advanced. So I want to group by segment, obviously, and I also want to group by category. So you add a grouping. I want to group by category and segment. So the new column name should be your total sales, total sales. And what operation you want to perform? I want to perform the sum operation. And which segment, I mean which column you want to pick? I want to pick the sales amount. Not only aggregation based on the total sales, but it should be based on the total quantity sold also. Quantity sold. So operation again, I'll perform sum. On this, I'll take a quantity sold. Let me click on OK. Now you can see that you got only 4 columns with 9 rows. So there are only 3 segments and there are only 3 categories. So 3 threes are you get 9. These are my total sales. These are my total quantity. So this is how you can use group by in Power Query in ETL. Or if you want to do some changes, you can just click on this gear option at any time. You can change here and you can add new aggregations here, but we do not have a columns here, or you can just delete it, or you can rearrange it by just taking this way. So you can just say move up, category will be the first, segment will be the second. If you have different columns like profit and all, you can just add aggregation, and you can perform. So this is how group by works. I hope you understood that.